I want to celebrate people who aren't usually celebrated. The people who help people who are not in their group. Perhaps the most striking example I've ever seen is in Israel. I went to visit a Jewish friend, and one thing that was important for her that I see is the grove of the righteous Gentiles. It would have been so easy, perhaps, only to see the evil, only to rage. Of course, there wasn't only evil. These were actual righteous Gentiles. It's not like the Jews made it up. Oh, so-and-so helped. No, these were real people. But they were acknowledged. That is the important thing. They were recognized. And I think of that especially in the face of what I see around me. The rage against systemic racism and no celebration of good relationships, black and white. No acknowledgement of all the many helpful things that have been done, including that the abolitionists, by and large, were white. Well, yes. By the way, only about 3% of whites had slaves. Okay, so it was 3% who had them. But there was a massive amount of anti-slavery sentiment among whites. An American boxer, very famous, is someone who started out as Cassius Clay and chose to take the name Muhammad Ali, which is so ironic because the historic Muhammad had slaves. Anyway, who was Cassius Clay? Cassius Clay was a white man who was against slavery, who got shot because of his position, and who fought to end slavery. Wow, what an admirable name, an amazing name that he was given, I'm sure by people, a family that knew who Cassius Clay was. One of my favorite childhood heroines was someone with a father. She couldn't have done it without him. Elizabeth Blackwell, first American woman doctor. Her father and mother had 5 daughters that I remember and 2 sons. 3 of the daughters became doctors. And both sons married strong-minded women. I could go on and on. By the way, Helen Keller, deaf and blind, who went to university, how did she do all that? Well, I will tell you how she did all that. Her family, seeing and hearing, supported her, as opposed to locking her up somewhere forever, did everything they could. So I am talking to celebrate the people from outside a group who help the people in a group with few rights or no rights, enslaved, no voting, etc. So I want to celebrate those people.